رضي الله عنه قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم إن الله يا أهل الجنة فيقولون لبيك ربنا وسعديك أو الخير
والخير. What you got there? What you got? والخير make more sense. There's nothing to make it mansoob. والخير.
يديك فيقول إن رضيتم فيقولون وما لنا لا نرضى يا ربي وقد أيسنا ما تستطيع فيقول ألا أعطيكم فيقولون يا ربي وأي شيء أكثر من ذلك فيقول
سبحان الله. What's the hadith? بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وعن أبي سعيد narrate the authority of Abi Sa'id Khudri رضي الله تعالى عنه. He says, right, قال رسول said يقول إن الله يقول لأهل الجنة, after the people has entered Jannah, Allah Ta'ala will say to the people of Jannah, يقول لأهل الجنة يا أهل الجنة, O people of Jannah, فيقولون لبيك ربنا وسعديك والخير كله في يديك. Those you people done it or you haven't done it, you still do it. It's asma'ul af'al. Those words that come that come as a ism, but it comes in a fair actually means we are hadir, نحن حاضرون. So لبيك, we are present, all goodness is in your hand. فيقول هل رضيتم? Allah Ta'ala says, now tell me, are you happy? You have been blessed with the bounties of Jannah. Are you happy? هل رضيتم? فيقولون وما لنا لا نرضى يا ربي. Ya Allah, you've granted us وقد أعطيتنا ما لم تؤت أحدا من خلقك. So the bounties of Jannah, remember I told you, Jannah will be as such. One of the main problems we have in the dunya is that we look at what other people have. And that's where the problem is. You look at what other people have and you aspire. If a person don't look at what other people have, he just makes express appreciation for what he have, then he will be happy. But always is somebody that has, you can work for a certain car, but tomorrow is always somebody got a better car than yours. You want a certain house, tomorrow there's somebody has a better house than you. You want a certain furta, tomorrow there's somebody has a better. So when you cut that off and you just focus on yourself and what you have, that is the time you will be happy. Abdullah ibn Mubarak says, he was a great scholar in the time of Imam Hanif and him, that I used to always aspire to have this, that, and the other. But when I cut off from the rich people, when I cut off from the rich people and I started associating with the poor people, first tarahtu, he says, then I got peace and I got comfort because I wasn't aspiring to. So I wasn't inspiring to improve my lot. Now I must have a better car, I must have a better kitchen, I must have a better lounge suite, I must have a better this, I must have a better that. Then I started enjoying peace. So that is the quality of the people of Jannah. They were, despite other people having better than them, like I told you, some there's 100 stages, and between every stage is like the distance between the sky and the earth. But Allah Ta'ala will put that contentment, لا تباغض ونزعنا ما في صدورهم. So in this dunya, if you can be contented with what you have, you're happy, you got a roof over your head, you got something to eat, you got a car, even if it's a Skodoins, but you're happy, you say, look at that man, he's walking, or I got a car, he's driving a moped. At least I got a car, I got a bakkie, but that guy is driving a moped, so you're happy. Then that is a heavenly quality. What is that? That is a heavenly quality. That's a divine quality. That is a Jannat quality. What is that? A Jannat quality. Allah Ta'ala give us that. When you can do that, when you're happy with what you got, then you can enjoy. Because I say that is a Jannat quality. What is that? So you will enjoy Jannat in the dunya also. You will enjoy Jannat in your dunya also. So, وَمَا لَا نَرْضَى يَا رَبِّي وَقَدْ أَعْطَيْتَ مَا لَمْ تُعْطِ أَحَدٍ. You gave us. So you look at the people and say, Allah, I have this, that people don't even have that. And I'm eating at least. Those people doesn't have anything to eat. Right? فَيَقُولُ أَلَا أُعْطِيكَ أَفْضَلَ مِنْ ذَلِكَ. Yes, alhamdulillah, you have everything. But ألا أعطيك أفضل من ذلك. Can't I give you something better than that even? Right? Right? فيقول وأشوف هذه فيقول يا ربي. فيقول ربي وأي شيء أفضل. We are enjoying the best in Jannah, the best food, the best drink, حور in, the best everything. What can be better in this, يا Allah? What? فيقول وأي شيء أفضل من ذلك. فيقول أحل عليكم رضواني. That now I make halal. Three times I make halal, but I make halal for you my happiness. In other words, now after this I will never get angry with you. فلا أسخط عليكم بعده أبدا. I will never ever be angry with you. متفق عليه. متفق عليه رواية. Remember when we started the Bab, we discussed what is the main goal of us as human beings or as Muslims? What is our ultimate objective? Yes, Jannat is there, etc. Jannat is there. Inshallah, we'll get Jannat. But that's not our main objective. Our main objective is what? Is the happiness of Allah Ta'ala. Even when we come to the madrasa here and we ask them, why are you here? You want to study, I'm here to study knowledge. Yes, mashallah. But why are you here to study knowledge? Why did you come here to seek knowledge? For the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I'll never forget this. When we also in madrasa, when we came for the first time, Mufti Sahib was asking each one must explain why he's here. Why did you come here? What brought you here? One of the guys said, I came by plane. The plane brought me here. Okay, mashallah, the plane brought you. That's what I'm talking about. What is the impetus? What prompted you to come here? So yes, you want to learn, you want to study, you want to go back to your community, you want to go back to Salt Lake, you want to go back where? You go back to Utrecht, you want to educate people with regards to but why do you want to do that? Why? Why? Because you want the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So yeah, at this point in Jannah, you will be reaching your ultimate goal. This is your ultimate goal. Because I told you, remember I said, what is your ultimate goal? It's the pleasure of Allah Ta'ala. And then when this has been said to you, that now you have secured the happiness of Allah Ta'ala, Allah Ta'ala will not be angry with you after this. So this is, you can say, like a watershed moment. It is a major moment. أُحِلَّ عَلَيْكُمْ غَضَبِي. That's what the Quran also says, وَرِضْوَانٌ مِّنَ اللَّهِ أَكْبَرُ. That the happiness of Allah Ta'ala is the greatest thing. There's nothing greater than the happiness of Allah Ta'ala. You read this hadith.
عن ابي هريره رضي الله عنه ان رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم قال ان ادنى مقعد احدكم من الجنه يقول له تمنى يقول له هل تمنيت فيقول نعم يقول له فان لك ما تمنيت ومثله معه.
سبحان الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. عن ابي هريره ان الرسول قال إن أدنى مقعدكم من الجنة يقول له تمنى فيتمنى ويتمنى فيقول هل تمنيت فيقول نعم فيقول له فإن لك ما تمنيت ومثله. رواه مسلم. سبحان الله. Narrating authority of Abu Huraira radiallahu ta'ala said that Rasul said the lowest status of any one of you in Jannah. That is the person who has the lowest status. That is the person with the weakest amal. Right? In Jannah. يقول له, Allah Ta'ala say, tamanna, desire whatever you want to. You just desire, you're going to get it. Tamanna. And he will say, Allah, I want this land, I want this farm, I want this palace, I want this hurul in, I want this horses, I want this conveyance. Right? فيتمنى ويتمنى and you desire. فيقول له هل تمنيت? Are you finished now desiring? Have you finished wished for whatever you want? Have you finished stated your wishes? فيقول نعم. فيقول له فإن لك ما تمنيت ومثله معه. سبحان الله. That for you is whatever you desire. Now imagine to ask for something or to acquire something, but here you just have to desire for it. So فإن لك ما تمنيت ومثله معه. For you is that which you desired and double of that also. Whatever you desired, right? رواه مسلم. وفي ذلك فليتنافس المتنافسون. This is the thing that we should be competing and making effort. Read the next one.
قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم في هذه الآية والصراط
والنيل.
كل من
Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Also on the authority of Abu Huraira radiallahu ta'ala, he said, Rasul said, سيحان وجيحان والفرات والنيل كل من أنهار الجنة. These are names of rivers, right? Sayhan, Jayhan, Furat, and the Nile are all from the rivers of Jannah. Sayhan, Sayhan and Jayhan. Okay, we know that the Nile is in Egypt, right? In fact, not only in Egypt. In fact, a portion of it is in Egypt, and a portion even actually goes to Sudan. The country under Egypt is Sudan. Then we know the Furat, in which they call today in English, they call it the Euphrates. This is in Kufa, in Iraq, right? There's no ikhtilaf in this too, with regards to the Nile and with regards to the Furat, the Euphrates. But you look at Jayhan and Sayhan, where exactly are these rivers located today? Maybe in the time of Nabi Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, it was common knowledge. Sahaba Ikram knew, but its names changed maybe with the passage of time. And with the changing of names, there's ikhtilaf as to where it is exactly. So some ulama say that these two rivers, they are in Asia, and there's two historic places which is called Masisa and Tartus, right? Masisa and Tartus. Some ulama say no, that these are two rivers also in Sham. So there is ikhtilaf with some ulama historians. They say that these are the historic names, but the current name is Nahrul Turk and Nahrul Balkh. So okay, wherever the rivers, I tell you there's ta'yin with regards to the first two, and there's ikhtilaf in the second two. Nabi Sallallahu said that they are from the rivers of Jannat. What does this mean? One explanation some ulama give is that they resemble the rivers in Jannat with regards to their fawaid. They resemble the rivers of Jannat with regards to its benefit. That's one explanation. Another explanation is that their origins are from Jannat. Allah Ta'ala sends this water down from Jannat, even though He is concealed from the eyes of the people, the source of this river. It comes from the Sidratul Muntaha. Hence is called, I remember reading somewhere once also, that they say if you look at the Nile, they can't really pinpoint exactly where's the source of the Nile. It's spread with so many small tributaries. So you can't say this point here is where the main source of the Nile is. So maybe it's got something to do with this also. Anyway, read the next hadith.
وعن عتبة بن غزوان رضي الله تعالى عنه قال ذكر لنا أن الحجر يلقى من شفة جهنم يهوي فيها 70 خريفا لا يدرك لها قعرا والله ولقد ذكر لنا أن ما بين مصراعين مصابيح الجنة مسيرة 40 سنة وليأتين علينا يوم وهو كبير بحامل الله.
Right. Bismillah, interesting hadith. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. وعن عتبة بن غزوان عرفنا أثارة عتبة بن غزوان قال ذكر لنا أن الحجر يلقى في شفة جهنم. It was mentioned to us that a rock, a stone, if it is thrown في شفة جهنم, is the mouth of Jahannam. You got there for Yahweh or for Yuhwa? What you got there? For Yahweh, fiha sab'ina kharifan. It will fall in it for 70 kharif, 70 years. In other words, Jannat is so huge, Jahannam is so huge, it is so deep that this thing will fall for 70 years, it will continue falling, right? وَلَا يُدْرِكُ لَهَا قَعْرًا. And for after 70 years, it won't even reach the bottom. Then Nabi Sallam said, Wallahi latum la'anna. That despite Jahannam's vastness, despite it being so huge, so deep, still it will be filled up. Latum la'anna. وَلَقَدْ ذُكِرَ لَنَا. And he says also, the same Sahabi says, it is being mentioned for us, أَنَّ مَا بَيْنَ مِصْرَعَيْنِ مِنْ مَصَارِ الْجَنَّةِ. Like I tell you, Misra is like referred to, you know, you look at a door frame, you get the two, like the right part and the left part. So they show you between the two frames of the door of Jannah, right? إِنَّمَا بَيْنَ مِصْرَعَيْنِ مَصَارِ الْجَنَّةِ مَسِيرَةُ أَرْبَعِينَ. So it's a journey of 40 years. So you can imagine how big the door of Jannah is. So if the door of Jannah is so big, imagine ولا يأتين على يوم وهو كظيم من الزحام. And despite it being so huge, ولا يأتين على يوم, a time will come whilst it will be, right? It will be full despite that, right? من الزحام, it will be, you can say, under strain. It will be panting, right? From the crowds. So they say, yeah, kazim means when something like is so full, like when your chest is constrained, you know, your chest is constrained. There's something heavy on your chest. Then you have difficulty breathing. You have difficulty breathing. So, so yeah, it will be so full. Jannat will be so full that it will have difficulty breathing. This is just like an Arabic expression to show it will be so full. Are you with me? So despite Jannat being so huge, so vast, etc., a time will come when it will be full. And I tell you, this is like to breathe under strain, right? Okay, look at the next hadith, Pastor Sani, mashallah. مما خلق الخلق. Naib, naib, Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Another interesting hadith here. One of you قال قلت يا رسول الله مما خلق الخلق. What has the creation been created from? قال من الماء, from water. This is interesting. Allah says وخلق كل شيء من الماء. And even science bears testimony that everything is created from water. You yourself, you're 90% water. That is why, you know, when they do space exploration, etc., when they're looking for life on the other planets, what do they look for? What's the first thing they look for? They look for water, because water is life. And Allah Ta'ala created everything from water. Right. Right. So, من الماء قلنا الجنة. So he said, مما خلق الخلق قال من الماء قلنا الجنة ما بناؤها. What is his buildings from? قال لبنة من ذهب. Bricks from gold. وَلَبِنَةٌ مِنْ فِضَّةٍ. And bricks from silver. Right? Gold bricks and silver bricks. وَمِلَاطُهَا الْمِسْكُ. And like how in this dunya, you know, when you build, you have plaster, you have mortar to join the bricks. In Jannah, the thing that will join the bricks will be al-misku, will be musk. right? Al-mizkul azafuru, like strong selling mist. وحصباؤه اللؤلؤ والياقوت, right? And it's the stones, right? It will be pearls, and yaqut means like precious stones. وتربتها الزعفران, and the sand will be saffron. من يدخلها ينعم ولا يبعث. Whoever enters the Jannah, they will just enjoy, and there will never be no regret, right? ويخلد, and they will live forever and ever. ولا يموت, they will not die. ولا يبلى ثيابهم, and the clothes will not perish. ولا يفنى شبابهم, and neither will the youth them diminish in any way. رواه أحمد والترمذي والدارمي. Ahmad, Darami, and Tirmidhi narrate this particular riwayat. Okay, so the first part I told you that everything وخلق كل شيء من الماء. Allah Ta'ala, everything comes from water. That is the source of life. Without water, there is no life. There's a hadith here that the Shareef mentions, which is in Ibn Majah. Inshallah ta'ala, you will do that if you still stick around. The hadith goes, I guess, كان الله وليس معه شيء. That Allah ta'ala first existed and there was nothing with him. Then the first thing Allah ta'ala created was, like you can say, a green pearl. And Allah ta'ala looked at it with his awe. He gave it an awe-inspired. And as a result of the look of Allah Ta'ala, the thing started, like you say, bubbling and boiling. And from this came water. And from this came water. And the Quran also speaks about this. Maybe not in so much detail, but the Quran says, وَكَانَ عَرْشُهُ عَلَى الْمَاءِ, that Allah Ta'ala's arsh was on the water. So this water came on top was the arsh and beneath was the water. So remember here, this doesn't refer to the oceans we have today. This is some other water before, right? Then Allah Ta'ala again looked at this water with, with like an awe-inspiring look. And this water started boiling. And from this water came smoke. And the Quran also speaks about this here, right? And from the smoke, Allah Ta'ala created all the heavens. Here, and yes, from the Quran. ثُمَّ اسْتَوَى إِلَى السَّمَاءِ وَهِيَ دُخَانٌ. That shows you that the sky was also smoke. So after when the water started boiling, right? The water started boiling. When something boils at the bottom, it sticks to the pot. In Urdu, it's called talchat. So that which stick, like even the ladies when they cook by the house, that we get stuck in the bottom, right? They call it the dregs, right? So from this portion here at the bottom, it was like foam and froth. This is where the Baitullah is the center of earth. From here, where the Baitullah is, which is even scientifically proven today, this is the center of the earth. Ne? From here, the earth started expanding. And the Quran says, وَالْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ ذَلِكَ دَحَاهَا. And the earth after that, he rolled it out. So he says, yeah, in Ash'ath al-Lam'ad, the story is also mentioned. Right? So that is what we say, that the essence of the earth also is water. Even the earth has been created from water. Remember we told you that, right? وَبِلَاتُهَا, the thing which you join the two bricks, in English we call it mortar, plaster, Afrikaans you say daga, whatever. Yeah, he's saying they call it plaster. Yes. Al-Azfuru is a very strong type of musk. Hasba'u refer to today وَحَسْبَاؤُهَا, the decorations that will come on the bricks, like how you have the decorative. It will be pearls, it will be precious stones. So here in this hadith, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala speaks about the creation of the earth, this hadith, and also he speaks about what? He speaks about uh, the houses, the qusur, the palaces of Jannah, how beautiful it will be. We're going to just do one to short hadith in this, which over inshallah.
وعن رضي الله تعالى عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم ما في الجنة شجرة إلا وساقها
Okay, let's look at the next one. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. عنه قال قال رسول الله إن في الجنة 100 درجة ما بين كل درجتين 100 عام. رواه الترمذي وقال هذا حديث حسن غريب. We mentioned this before, also narrated on the authority of Abu Hurairah. Said Rasulullah said that there in Jannah there's 100 stages, different stages. And what is between every two stages is like 100 years of travel. So I was telling you, like how you get different posh suburbs, middle class suburbs, etc. So too in Jannah there will be different stages, and obviously according to your a'mal, that is where you will be, right? And the difference is so huge. It's like a year, like when you say 100 years travel. Doing the next one. Right. وعن أبي سعيد narrated from Abi Sa'id, he said Rasulullah said that verily in Jannah there is mi'atu daraja. It's also 100 different stages, different categories. لو أن العالمين اجتمعوا في إحداهن لوسعتهم. If the worlds, all the universe, everything, they together in one of them, it would easily accommodate them. In other words, it's so huge that everything of this world besides Jannah, it won't even fit in one of the levels of Jannah. And we know the universe is so huge. It, according to science, according to astronomy, Jannah is the world is still expanding. It is still expanding. Imagine each star you see in the sky, each star you see in the sky, it is the sun of our entire solar system. So for every star, there's a whole solar system, there's planets. So there's billions or maybe millions or trillion stars. So how big is all of this? And all of this will only fit into one stage of Jannah or one category of Jannah. Okay, let's stop there, inshallah. We're going to switch over to the Hidayah Shareef now.